Okay, so welcome back. It's your girl, Goddess Arami. My real name is Jasmine, but who cares? I'm Arami, okay? Today's video is a really tough topic for me to talk about. And I've been wanting to do this video for years to just talk about it. There's no clickbait here. This really happened to me. It's something that it changed my life. It ruined my life, to be honest.
They shot me.
Back in October of 2012, I was 19 years old. Me being 19, I'd never been to a house party. I'd never done anything like that. The frat boys were having a house party. Like I said, I've never been to a house party before. I wasn't in college. College wasn't for me. You know, I couldn't do college. I lived on close to the college campus, but I couldn't do college. But my ex-girlfriend was in college, so we of course got invited into this frat party, and so we all went. I wore very thick leggings and a sweater because it was cold outside. It was cold. When we got there, there was literally like 500 people in a 3 or 4 bedroom house, and it was hot. There was no room to walk. There was no room to move. There was no room to breathe. It was so many people there. I danced my whole life, so I wanted to dance. I wanted to dance and I wanted to twerk. I wanted to bust into a split, but the pants that I had on, it was too hot for that. So I told my ex-girlfriend and said, hey, let's go home so I can change into some shorts because I'm trying to show out, okay? I'm trying to show these bitches what is up, okay? Because y'all know I gets down. As we were pushing our way through the house, a fight broke out. There's a whole bunch of guys, and it wasn't really a fight. It was just a whole lot of pushing and yelling. And luckily, there was a lot of security there, so they pushed all of them out of the party. Just so happened to be the same time that we were trying to get out so that we can go across the street to our apartment, so I could change clothes, and I could come back, and I could shake ass. When we got out there, the whole entire house came outside because the guys were outside fighting. Black people like to watch other black people fight. Why? I don't know, but I was one of them. I wanted to watch the fight. Probably the worst decision that I made that night. We decided that we wanted to stand there and watch the guys fight. So there were 6 guys versus 2 guys. 6 of those guys were students at Austin P, and the other 2 guys that they were fighting were military guys. The 6 college guys were jumping the military guys, and the argument started over whose life was harder or who took the harder route in life. The military boys were saying that the college boys had it easy, and the college boys were saying that the military boys took the easy way out by joining the military. So we're at the top of the hill. They were down on the street. They were fighting. And like I said, the 2 military guys were getting beat up. They were getting jumped. And we're like, oh my God, people are down there recording. There's a guy who has a professional camera. He's a professional videographer. He's down there recording it.
Somebody getting beat up here. Hey, get him. Hey, get him. Get him. Get him. He getting beat. He getting beat. Hey, go over here. He's beating niggas. Over here. Over here. Get on him. Get on him. Baby, I'm recording. They beating that nigga. Where my niggas at, bro? I got you, bro. I got your camera out, though.
The military boys were getting jumped. It was 6 of them on 2 of them. There's a lot of people out here, and everybody's just watching. One of the military guys got free of them, and he ran across the street to his truck, and he pulled a gun out. Next thing you know, boom. He shot up in the air. He didn't shoot at anybody. He shot in the air. He shot in the air so as to get them to stop jumping his friend. Shot in the air to make everybody stop what they were doing. And that's what we did. We stopped, dropped, rolled. We hit the ground. And I'm like, oh shit. I was raised in the hood. I grew up in the projects. So when you hear a gunshot, you hit the ground. Get the fuck down, you know. And I got up and I was like, you know, shit, we gotta go. Then we lived across the street. But in order to get to our apartment, we had to go down the hill where they were fighting, across the street, past where they were fighting, and then to our apartment. So we start going that way, and it's like, oh, it's a frenzy. It's chaotic now because it's like 400 people outside trying to watch this fight, and the shot just rang off, and everybody's just running around and being crazy. For some reason, a guy that wasn't even in the fight, he wasn't in college, he wasn't in the military, he didn't throw a punch, he didn't have anything to do with the entire situation at all. At all. He felt threatened by the gunshot that went up into the sky, and he just started shooting. But here's the thing, he didn't even shoot towards the guy who was on the other side of the street. He started shooting at us, at the crowd. He started shooting at the crowd at us. Getting on the ground at this point is not an option. Like, we have to run. So instead of running towards our apartment, we have to run towards the back of this house that we're in order to get away from the gunfire. And so around the back of the house, there's a whole lot of brush and trees and bushes and stuff like that. And, you know, it's just thick wooded area back there. So we're running. My ex-girlfriend is a little bit ahead of me. I'm right behind her. I'm screaming, oh shit, we gotta get out. We gotta move. And it's chaotic. Oh my God. Everybody is like running around like chicken with their heads cut off. And it was just crazy. And you know, I felt it. I felt it hit me. But in my mind, it didn't register because I don't know what it feels like. I didn't know at the time what it felt like to be shot. In my mind registered as, you hit a tree branch. You got scratched by a tree branch. The tree branch stabbed you. Just keep running. Don't stop running. Get out of the way. Move, because this man is shooting and he hasn't stopped. I mean, it's just, when I say that he's shooting. It's going pow, 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 just back to back to back to back. He is just letting off rounds. It'll stop for like 2 seconds, and then next thing you know, pow, pow, pow. So run. Don't you worry about that tree branch. Fuck that scratch on your leg. Keep running. But then it got to a point where I couldn't run anymore. My leg didn't work anymore. And what's happening? And it got to a point where I couldn't stand anymore. I couldn't move my right leg. It was like, what is going on? And I hit the ground. I look down and I see the blood. And I touch it, and it's hot. And then I see the smoke. I see the steam. Y'all, look, this is very touchy for me, but I found a way to make it humorous. Have y'all ever seen Ride Along with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube? Insert clip.
Hate it when that happens. What is that?
Damn, you shot me. But I'm serious. Wow.
What?
It went straight through.
Oh my God! It's a hole in my leg. I got shot.
Yeah, I was pretty clear on that.
Oh shit! It hurt now.
All right, sit yourself down. Sit down.
I'm gonna go sit down. I just got shot.
Sit down.
I can't feel my toes.
All right.
I can't feel my toes, man.
Give me your belt.
You gonna whoop me because I got shot?
Tourniquet.
Okay. Hey, you gotta get a cold piece of meat like a steak. You gotta put a steak on it, man.
Listen.
I'm listening.
All right. You're gonna be okay. You lost a little blood. Just gotta get you to a hospital.
Ain't nobody down.
Calm down.
All right, calm. Hey, tell him I got shot.
Shut up.
Is the ambulance coming? Is it coming?
That was my exact reaction. That's exactly how I reacted when I realized that there was a 9mm bullet lodged into my leg. I freaked the fuck out. I completely lost it. I didn't hear anybody else screaming. I didn't hear anything else that was going on around me. The only thing that I can think is that there's a bullet in my leg. They shot me. They shot me. You shot me. How do you react react to that? How do you, other than completely panicking? There is a bullet in my leg. A bullet. I've been dancing since I was 2 years old. I've been dancing my whole life. I did ballet, I did hip hop, I did jazz, I did tap, I did contemporary, I did lyrical dancing. I've danced since I was 2 years old. And here I am sitting on the ground at 1 o'clock in the morning. And there's a bullet in my leg of all places. Of all places. There's a bullet in my leg. What the fuck? Why is this happening to me? Why did I, out of everybody out here, why is there a bullet in my leg? Why? Why me? Why? My ex-girlfriend finally realized what was going on, and she came running back. I always respect her for this, and I'll always love her. Like, before the gunshots even stopped, I'm screaming, I'm freaking out. I don't even care that he's shooting still at this point because he already shot me. I mean, you could shoot me again, but at this point, I'm already shot. Like, my ex-girlfriend, she shielded me, basically. She put her body over mine, and she's just like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, you'll be all right, just calm down, just calm down, just calm down. And the guy was still shooting, but after a while he stopped shooting, and luckily, you know, she didn't get shot. All of her sorority sisters and her friends, they all realized, you know, that I had gotten shot. They crowded around us, and one of her sorority sisters, she was crying, and of course I'm hysterical. There's just no way around it. I'm hysterical. I'm freaking the fuck out. And she's crying, and I hear her say, oh, such and such, that could have been you.
Bitch, it's not her. It's me. This is about me, bitch. I have a birthday in my motherfucking life right now. And you talking about this could have been you. Go home. Bye. Go home. Get the fuck out of here.
I was so pissed off, but I'll never forget that shit. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Full-blown demon at this point. Full-blown demon. Like, fuck everybody, fuck everything. I don't give a fuck about nothing else but the fact that there's a bullet in my leg. I just got shot. I just got shot. Of everybody, I got shot. I'm waiting for somebody to get this fucking bullet out of my leg and to just hit rewind on the night so that I could just stay in the bed like I wanted to in the first place. I'm waiting to wake up out of this nightmare. Let me tell you something. There is nothing in this world that I can say felt worse than that. And I've given birth. You ever seen somebody get branded? And that's just the outer skin. Imagine how painful that is, but on the inside. It's the worst thing that I ever felt in my life. Police got there. And I'll never forget, it was a black police officer. He said, ma'am, why are you screaming? What is wrong with y'all today? Why not? Why would I not be screaming? Why would I not be hysterical? Why would I not be freaking out at this point? There's a bullet in my leg. I just got shot. And I'm like, why are you not? I'm begging him. I'm just sitting on the ground with all these people around me staring at me, taking pictures and whatever they're doing. I'm like, why are you not helping me? And he's like, ma'am, somebody else got shot. My ex-girlfriend starts to ask, well, what happened? You know, who else got shot? And there's a guy, and I see him. He's laying on the ground, and he's gotten shot in his rib cage. And I'm not first priority at this point. I have a bullet in my leg, and I'm freaking out. This guy's gotten shot in his rib, and they're trying to, they're having to get him on the ambulance first so they can life flight him to Nashville, which he survived. Made to the hospital. And the hospital that I went to in the city that I lived in was ranked one of the 10 worst hospitals in America. Because when I got there, they were like, oh, we don't have the equipment to remove your bullet. Well, what do you need? What equipment do you need to take a bullet out? Just get the shit out of my leg. Get it out. I want it gone. I don't want to have a bullet in my leg. They sent me to Vanderbilt. And I got to Vanderbilt. They didn't really do much for me either. They took x-rays and stuff. The bullet came from underneath me. And when it hit me, it came in and it replaced my bone. So if you look at the x-ray, I wish I could upload a picture, but I don't have it. They don't allow you to have your own x-rays nowadays. If you look at the x-ray, this is the bullet. It replaced the bone in my leg. So Vanderbilt told me that if they removed the bullet from my leg, well, they told my ex-girlfriend because I was high as shit. They gave me something called Dilaudid. I was high as fuck. I don't remember being in the hospital. They told her that if they removed the bullet from my leg, then my leg would collapse. So it was better to just leave it. I would have that bullet in my leg for the rest of my life. So I still have it right now. The scar is still there and I'll show it to you. They basically sent me home with a patch, some antibiotics, a lot of oxycodone, a lot of hydrocodone, and some crutches. Me that I wouldn't be able to walk for a year until, you know, it healed and I was able to retrain my leg, and I had to go to physical therapy. People don't understand how bad it affected me. They don't understand how drastically it changed my life. That happened back in 2012. It's 2018 now. So it's been about 6 years since it happened. When I completely shut down and I don't want to be bothered, people don't understand it. I was shot by a black man who I was raised to believe that black men were my brothers. And now here I am, still 6 years later, I can't get out of the car at the gas station if I see a black man and I'm by myself. I'm terrified. I can't help it. It changed so much about me. I developed an entirely new personality to where I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. I can't be who I used to be anymore because it changed me. It changed literally everything about me. I don't do movies. I don't like malls. Hell, I don't even like my child going to school because all you hear about is these mass shootings and these people shooting places up and stuff like that. And it's just regular things that you do every single day that I'm afraid to do. I can't do it because I know what it feels like. I don't want to feel that ever again in my life. I would rather give birth to 10 more kids than to be shot again. I'm terrified. I'm terrified of the people who were sworn in to protect us police officers. I can't. Especially with the way that they operate in our generation, I can't. And I hate being that way. I hate being that way because I've lost a lot of friends. I've lost out on a lot of relationships. I've lost out on a lot of my life because I'm terrified. I'm terrified of any and everything. Everything. I had so many dreams. I had so much that I wanted to do. I had so much that I wanted to be, and it all got snatched away from me. And I'm grown enough now. It's been 6 years. I'm grown enough to say that I allowed it to change me. I'm grown enough to say that I allowed it to take over my life. But really, can you blame me? I can't think straight. I can't motivate myself. I can't get up and say that I'm gonna fight. I can't get up and say that I'm gonna make it. I can't do it. Because I'm afraid of everyone and everything, and people say you have to let that go. You have to move on. That happened so long ago. Not everybody's out to hurt you. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that because I can't let it go. This man whose face I'll never forget. This man who I didn't do anything wrong to. This man who walked freely. Who didn't even get charged for ruining my life. A lot of people don't get why I am the way that I am, and there's a lot of different contributing factors to it. But I have to say that this is the beginning. It's some days that I can't get out of bed. It's some days that I just want to die. Like, I really just wish that he would have shot me in the head rather than in my leg, because I don't want to deal with this. And it's affecting me physically, mentally. It's affecting my lifestyle. It's affecting everything. And I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it. And I feel like I'm just such a bad luck magnet. I feel like everything bad just happens to me, and I don't understand why. Like, I don't see the point in anything. After I got home, we had to work with the police department to try to identify all of the people that were involved. It was weeks and weeks that we were going back and forth to the police station. We lived in student housing. Long story short, like I said, I have the video, and a lot of people were able to identify the 6 college boys and the guy that shot me and the man that shot me. Come to find out, these guys lived 1 floor up from us. And I don't blame them, because they aren't the ones that shot me. They didn't shoot me. They didn't pull out a gun and shoot me. There was this random guy who had nothing to do with it. I mean, they were friends with him, but he didn't have anything to do with the fight. These people the police department was looking for, because like I said, they didn't shoot me. I wasn't worried about them. I'm worried, y'all need to find this man that shot me, because what if he finds out my information? What if he knows where I live at? What if he comes back to shut me up? You know, he's not gonna, he didn't mean to shoot you. I'm a victim of his crime. So the only person that I'm worried about being caught is this man. I want y'all to catch him because he shot me. What if he comes back and tries to kill me so that I won't say that he shot me? The only reason that I knew that it was him that shot me was because he was the one that was arrested. He was the one in the video that pulled the gun out right before the video cut out, right before the shooting started. He was the one who whipped the gun out of his pocket. But y'all are saying that he shot me. Y'all are saying that he's the man that did it, so I'm gonna try to catch him so that he doesn't come back. They ended up arresting all the guys that were involved in the fight, for the fight. They ended up arresting the man that shot me, based on the fact that he shot me and another guy. But in the end of it all, he never got charged. He got charged for unlawful use of a weapon and reckless endangerment. And that was it. It was devastating. It scared me to the point where I deleted all my social media. I did not interact with people that could have in any way been in association with him. I did not go out. I didn't party. I didn't have friends. I didn't have a life. I didn't want to be associated. I didn't want to deal with anybody. I was so paranoid about everything in my life. I felt like everybody wanted to hurt me. Crazy part is, a couple years later, I was trying to grow. I was trying to bring myself from under the rock that I had put myself under. I was trying to, reconnect with friends. I was trying to reconnect with myself. And I was teaching pole dancing. And I got good at it. And I was like, I'm about to go to the strip club and see what I can do. I'm about to see, because I know how to work this pole. I'm gonna make some money. So in state of Tennessee, you have to have a license. Well, in Nashville, you have to have a license. And in order to get that license, you had to make an appointment, but you needed to get your fingerprint done and all of that good jazz. So in order to get your fingerprint done, you needed to go to the police station. This is 2014. It's 2 years later. And I'm walking into the police station, and I see him. I see his face, and I immediately know who he is. I immediately recognize him, and I'm like, and I freeze, dead solid in my tracks. I just stopped because I've never looked this man in his face. I've only seen his picture, never looked him in his face before. And he was walking out of the police station and he looked at me. He was like, dang, where your man at? And I couldn't say anything. And I was in disbelief that he asked me that question, because I know who you are. I know you. I know you. I know who you are. But he didn't know who I was. My face was never put in the newspaper. My name was never put in the newspaper. My information was never put out because I didn't want them to do that. I don't want him to know who I am. It was put on Facebook, but like I said, I ended up deactivating all of my social media for a while, so he didn't know who I was. And here he was trying to get my phone number. Here he was trying to talk to me, trying to holler at me. And I'm like, and I asked him, and I don't know where it came from because I was so terrified. I was shaking. I don't know how I even mustered up the courage to even ask him. I said, you don't know who I am, do you? He said, nah, but I'm trying to find out. And I just walked away. I didn't say anything. I just walked away. And he was, saying little stuff behind me, and I was just like, you don't even know what you did to me. You don't even know that you were my life. You don't even know who I am. See all these memes on Facebook and they say, fuck being shot, have you ever dated an Aries? Or fuck being shot, have you ever dated a Leo? Or something like that. And I'm like, y'all motherfuckers don't understand what it feels like to be shot. That shit hurts. There was no justice. There was nothing done. And even doing this video, I'm terrified because I know he's walking free at this point. It's crazy how somebody who doesn't even know that you exist can have that much power over you for so long. It's been 6 years and this man has had so much power over my life and he doesn't even know me. I think this year is the first time I ever looked him up on Facebook just to see that he's living a great life, a successful life, completely unbothered by anything, happy, family, money, success. I'm glad that, he's not doing the same things that he was doing before, but he doesn't even know. I wanted to be great. I wanted to dance in New York. I wanted to do ballet. I wanted to dance. They shot me. There's a bullet in my leg. Forever altered, forever changed. I mean, hell, imagine when it gets cold outside. When it gets cold outside, I already know. I know that it's cold outside because I can't barely fucking walk, okay? Or when it's about to rain, bitch, I can predict the weather. It's gonna rain. How you know? Because my fucking leg, I can't even stand on it for 2 seconds. I can't. My whole ankle and leg is swollen. And yeah, because of where it is, it fucks up everything that goes on the right side of my body. Like, when it initially happened, I could not even move my foot. My toes didn't work. My ankle didn't work. My calf muscle didn't work. None of that stuff. So now when I stretch my leg, I can feel it. And it affects all the muscles in my right leg, down to my toes, up to my chest. It's horrible. It's horrible. I hate it. Man, I tried to get in a damn jacuzzi. No, not gonna work. Not for longer than 30 seconds. After that 30 seconds is up, oh my, that metal heat up in my leg, girl. Listen, it's a wrap. Walking, jobs that require me to walk, I can't stand on my feet for 8 hours. That leg clocks the fuck out before the rest of me clocks out, okay? Getting shot is not fun. That shit hurts. The recovery, all I could do was smoke weed. That's the only thing that helped me was smoking weed. And that was before my migraine started, which that'll be a whole nother video about chronic migraines and how it fucks up your life. I just want to cry thinking about how much it hurt. And that's all I did every day for almost 6 months straight was cry. I cried. Why me? Why did I have to get shot? What did you shoot me for? What did you do? Why are you aiming at us? I just wish everything could have happened differently. I wish that I could have went on with my life. I could have survived and been a-okay without being shot. It's been 6 years and I'm still not over it. I'm not over it. And I don't care who says that I should be over it, because I'm not over it. There was nothing done. There was no justice. I should not have gotten shot. I should not have gotten shot. I didn't want to get shot. I don't want to be shot. I don't want to walk around with a bullet in my leg for the rest of my life. People say get over it. How do you get over something that's stuck with you for the rest of your life? You don't. You don't just let that shit go. And I don't care who says that I should. I probably won't ever let it go. Well, I'm done talking about this. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video, because y'all know I'll be looking at myself and not at y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. What are your thoughts?